Hey, what's up, guys? How's everybody doing this morning? This is just gonna be a testing stream, nothing too crazy. I'm just gonna be testing out to see the audio because I was having issues with that yesterday. I'm gonna check the video quality on the camera. Also, some settings were moved on my OBS because it's just I don't know what happened to it. It's acting funny. It's not saving anything, any of the settings that I move. Zoom back on its own. So I can't figure out what it is it's doing. I've tried to do multiple fresh starts, and every single time that I do a fresh start, um, when I load it in, it saves everything. Like it saved my scenes, it saved everything, and I'm trying to literally do it like if I've never even owned it or not owned it, but it's free, never even had it, um, so that I could put everything from the beginning again, hoping to fix some of the issues I'm having. Um, when I went to tech support, I was noticing that there was some stuff there that my my Streamlabs doesn't have. I'm on Streamlabs version 11.3 or 0.11.3, and it's supposed to have like a little app store. I don't have it, and this is downloaded from their website. And no matter how many times I've uninstalled it from my computer, I uninstall it, check for to see if I have anything still saved. If I find anything, I'll delete it. Then I reboot my computer, look for it again, make sure it's not there, and then go to the website, download it, install it, run it, and when I run it and I log in, as soon as I log in, all my all my settings are there again. Like it won't get rid of them, so it won't show um, the screens, the not the screens. It won't show the source or the scenes on there, but um, when I start adding them and I put like the font that I want and the theme that I want, and I'm slowly building it up or whatever, and I get everything the way I want it. Um, Wait a little bit to make sure everything's done, do like a test recording and everything like that, and then I close it out. When I reopen it, my fonts are all moved around, my settings are all moved around. Um, so I honestly just don't know what it is that's going on. Um, I've also I use Restream so I can stream to multiple platforms at the same time. When I go on there, it gives me warnings saying that the software is doing the keyframes at 3 and it should be recommended at 2. I'm also streaming um, at the bitrate is at 6,000, but it's saying that I'm doing 6,003, so it's off by a tiny little bit. But then when I go to my Streamlabs and I look at what's on there, um, it shows that I'm streaming at 6,000 and that my keyframes are at 2. So I don't know why this is showing that it's off. I don't know if that's affecting it that much that it would mess things up. But earlier I did a test stream before this one and it was so laggy, nothing was working, everything was messed up. I noticed that it had changed my frames per second to 60 instead of 30, which is what I normally run it on, because the remote play doesn't support 60, not with my version of PlayStation. So I don't know why it keeps moving my settings. I don't know if it thinks that it's helping me, but it's really screwing me up. And so I wanted to get some tests. I wanted to do some test videos, test streams. That way, later today, when I contact Streamlabs for support, I can tell them, I can have references like, check this out. I have these videos. Um, the last so many videos are the ones where I started having issues, and that way they can go and check and see if maybe they see something in the footage or something in what I said that I might have forgotten when I'm actually talking to them. So yeah, so right now this is just testing. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. I'm not gonna be testing my builds or anything. I'm not gonna be doing too much. I'm gonna play obviously the division. I'm gonna play some legendaries is simply to see if it's gonna be working good enough to be able to stream in case they can't help me, in case it's something like some sort of bug that they haven't experienced yet. Just trying to cover all my options so that if I have to keep streaming like this, I'll keep streaming like this. If I have to download like Streamlabs OBS and not use uh if I have to download just Streamlabs Studio and not use Streamlabs OBS, and I have to just use like the, what is it, OBS Studios, I think that's what I'm trying to say. If I just have to use that, then I'll just use that and I'll worry about doing overlays and stuff like that some other time. The point is to try to get the best quality video and not have too many issues with everything. Right now it seems like everything's working fine, but we'll see. So let's play a little bit. Also trying to see if hopefully the microphone's not picking up anything. Like I said, all my settings got moved. I have to keep redoing all my settings, so now what I'm doing is I'm writing them all down on a piece of paper, just because it doesn't matter that I save it on the computer or save my settings or my overlays or anything. It doesn't matter what I do. When I close it and open it back up, it resets itself back to the very first set of settings that I did before before I had moved this the way it is now. So like I just don't know what's going on. Hopefully it's nothing major. Hopefully it can be fixed.
Best gear in the city. Check it out.
Streaming really early today. It's like 5 a.m. I've been up since like fucking 3:50. So, well, there's a few things we have to do today early in the morning. So I figured I would do my testing a little bit earlier today, and then that way I could be off a little bit earlier. So instead of being on to like 8:30 or 9, I'm probably gonna be getting off around 8, and then and that way.
An agent is now leaving your team. Warning, you are exiting the safe area.
Want to fuck up some JTF tonight?
A new agent is joining your team.
So far, even though I'm getting warnings and stuff like that, like everything else has fixed itself. So far so good. I'll probably end up still changing the settings a little bit, kind of see where that gets me. But hopefully everything's good. Trying to see what I'm wearing. What I'm wearing is a mess. Don't worry about it. As long as your build's on point. Gonna have to be keeping me up, buddy. You're not climbing?
Need some JTF for target practice.
JTF.
Warning. Agent on your team is down. Requires assistance.
Oh man. I made this build and it's like a strike titian. But you have to be pretty accurate with it, and as you can see, I like holding the trigger down because I'm used to using like LMGs, and that's just not cutting it for what I'm doing. Pretty sure if I can go negative on stacks, I probably would. How bad my accuracy is. Looks like he's sitting on that little bike.
Warning. Agent on your team is down. Requires assistance.
Fire all around him, he didn't even budge. Thank you, buddy. Let's take care of that for my stacks right now. Damn it. I think I'm more accurate with the house, but I think that's only when they're close up. And I mean, if you're not accurate when people are close up, you're really gonna have issues. But the houses are just, I feel like submachine guns in this game are just a lot more accurate than rifles. Just kind of weird because usually the high firing rate of the submachine guns are kind of makes it a little bit harder to control. But who knows? I just can't get any stacks going. And my son told me that I should use a showstopper to get the stacks up real quick, and then take out like whatever gun that my primary is gonna be, and use that to finish them, like laying down the damage, because the fire rate would be higher and the accuracy would be better. But the thing with that is that, like, I don't play like he does, so I don't push up. And he was saying that this build would be pretty good in the dark zone if you knew how to move around with it. So yesterday I was going against, just messing around against Futak and kind of playing or whatever. And because me or Futak are not the greatest on dark zone, so we just figured it would be an even match if we messed around instead of my son, because my son would just melt us, as it was shown on the stream. But yeah, I thought that it was pretty good, but I couldn't get the stacks up. But when I was starting to get accurate and I got my stacks up, yeah, it was very good. But up until that point, the build is not that great because you just don't hit that hard. Well, like 4,000 something, so you're not really hitting that hard. You really gotta get those shots on target to get the stacks up. Well, that guy has a 9K. Yeah. Nice. Everybody wants a piece of that guy.
Warning. An agent on your team requires aid immediately.
We're all up here. I'm not trying to die because there's no cover. Oh shit, I wonder what he's using, because that shit really fucked him up. Oh, I think it's like some sort of electronics build, because he's using this. Right.
Alert. Friendly division agent is down.
Like this guy, they're supposed to be the easiest ones to stack on him. Look how much trouble I'm having. I'm just not good at this shit. But I want to play with it because I want to get better. So I figured this, if nothing else, this build will fucking help my accuracy. a lot. So give me a light machine gun, I'm gold, man. I don't know what it is about them. I think it's because I like to spray and pray. And with that gun, the longer you hold it, the more accurate it gets. I think that's what makes it work for me. Alright, let me see if I can put stuff on the ollies.
Warning. An agent on your team requires aid immediately.
See, I'm gonna look all dumb if I can't get this shit to be accurate. That's not my fault, I ran out of bullets. Just like 3 sets of fucking Alejandro's just going ham right now. These are not guns that you want to burst. They're definitely guns that you want to hold down. But I gotta get ready to fucking have to move out of the shield, right? Cause shit's like at 40%, 30% maybe. See. No. Keep getting all kind of messages so early in the morning, like. Getting a little ridiculous messages I'm getting at this early in the morning. But most of them are emails and other crap. Oh, there's ammo down there we can grab. Already trying to pick anything up. So, trying to bring up my cameras because I think what's going on is I'm getting alerts on my camera outside because it's early and people are going to work and my camera has motion detection, so it just keeps freaking showing me every single car that passes by. That's all the stacks I got with the Oli. See what's... keep my eye on all the different the different places I stream to. They're up on top. You can see Twitch, YouTube, and Mixer. I'm just trying to keep an eye on them because, like I said, I've been having issues with my Streamlabs, so I just want to make sure that it's not that laggy and stuff like that, so that if I can't get them resolved when I call technical support, at least I can still stream and not worry about not being able to stream at all. Oh, no.
Agent on your team is down. Requires assistance.
Yeah, now let me shoot that? The hell? we can't all be up here, guys. They're gonna bombard us with grenades, and then we're really gonna be fucked. Oh hell yeah, man, definitely. The people that I play with, what we want to do is we want to stream the campaign as a group of 4, just because that's not something you really see too much. So we wanted to all have a character that we do specifically just for the stream, where we just play the campaign as a group of 4. Because if it's anything like this game, when you play as a group of 4, it's supposed to make the difficulty go up. So we want to pass it like the hardest possible difficulty, and just have fun doing it. So hopefully. Yeah, man, I can't wait. It's supposed to be what, March 15, right? Something like that. I'm still waiting. I think once New Year hits, they're gonna start releasing a lot more information about it. I think that's what they're waiting for, the beginning of the year, to start releasing information. Because they haven't talked about the Dark Zone at all. If it's gonna have survival, if it's gonna have like if they're gonna change up the multiplayer. So.
An agent on your team requires aid.
Yeah, no more face taking, which is I'm so excited about. Mostly because I suck at that, so. Although the mighty one, my son, he says that he's going to be the first one to figure out how to face tank on the game, and the rest of us that play with I play with a group called Deadly Dads. The rest of us are excited to see him die multiple times trying to do that, since they said it's not going to be a thing. Because in this game, he's the best one out of all of us. You know, he's young, his reaction times are fast. He's a lot more accurate with his weapons than I am. So, and he primarily plays like Dark Zone, so when we're not playing it, he kind of gets bummed out. Oh, hurt. Yeah, because of the 3 days early. Yeah, that's right. I think for me, whenever I buy games, I don't typically buy special editions of any other games anymore, just because I don't find the price you're paying to be worth the little bit of extra stuff that they are giving you. So I don't buy them anymore. I just buy the basic one, and then if it's really good, then especially like now that you could just upgrade, then I'll try to upgrade. Yeah, oh man, you're gonna get that little figurine, right? Because it gives you like a little figurine when you get that one. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's probably the biggest one. That's for because that one comes with the pass too, I believe, right? That's another reason why it's that much. It's like the pass, a figurine, and then I think you're also getting a special weapon, if I'm not mistaken. Six extra, yeah. Yeah, because I think they were mentioning about one of those guns you get that at the very end when you hit a 30, you get to exchange it for a higher end one, so it'll change the way it looks, and you'll never be able to get the other one back. But it's supposed to be like a lot better. Um, so I like what they're doing. I'm hoping they keep the diversity of the how you can build your gun. Because the one thing that I really like that they're doing is the whole thing for the attachments. That once you unlock an attachment is just there, so it's not taking up room, and you don't have to have like 10 million different ones. They're all gonna be the same. You can put them on the guns or whatever. So that I'm excited about, because if you look at my not even my stash, my backpack, 98 out of 120, and that's usually how my backpack is. Like, that's empty to me just because of how much crap I carry with me all the time. Just because my stash is so full, I have no room to put anything in there, and I find so much stuff. I have, like, I don't know when I might need it for a build or something, so I just hoard the shit. Like, so much shit that I absolutely don't freaking need to have. Look at this. Half, more, not even half, more than half of this. I bet like 80% of this I don't ever use, but they all have like good talents or stuff for certain builds. I mean, like everybody tells me shit for it whenever they see what I have on my backpack, but it's like I work hard to get it, man. I don't want to get rid of it, and I know that chances are I'll come across it again. But what if I'm making a build and I already had it, and now I have to go look for it all over again because I deleted it? And what if I can't find it right away, you know? So that's why I hoard it. And then you should see my stash. I have 4 characters. Well, yeah, 4 characters. 2 of them are completely stashed. They have gear sets and stuff on them. And then the last one, that's he's not a 30 yet, so I can't. It doesn't have 120 on the backpack. So on him, I just have guns and attachments. Okay. Should heal both of them. This guy's falling asleep on the job. Look at him. If you see me constantly looking down here, it's because I have 3 monitors. Normally, the mighty one, my son plays on this one, on the TV that's here, and I play on this TV, which they're also monitors. And then I have a monitor over here that's flipped sideways that has the chat. And so if you see me looking over here, it's because I'm trying to read the chat. And then since right now, luckily, it's just I have. It's not a whole bunch of us on here right now, as you can see on the top, where I have all the people viewing. Since it is really early in the morning, I didn't really expect people to be on. Like yesterday, I got lucky. Today, I got lucky that you're on. But yeah, it has all 3 of the chats all together combined. Damn, this guy jump up here? Yeah, he did.
Warning. Agent on your team is
Everybody gonna die. Everybody gonna die. Does this have a link? No, he doesn't. He's about to get it back though. Just hide, guy. He's at a real bad disadvantage because that guy has that angle. Oh my god. Look at this. Yeah, dude, don't even sweat going down. Wow. Yeah, so normally I have like all 3 chats going on here. So it's just I'm constantly looking to see who's saying what, to try to keep up with it, because I was not that good at the beginning with it. I am getting better. I'm not you know, no expert by any means, but I am getting better to try to stay up with the chats. Good, he put the box somewhere where we could hit it. box not healing us? What's going on here? Whenever they start throwing grenades like crazy at me, I'm just like, oh man, I wish I had my final measure on. I don't think my team even knows they're here. Ow. Snipe. medic's not getting healed no more, so I should probably go after him. Try to keep a sniper at bay. See, if you don't get the sniper right now, when you try to push up and you're down there, that sniper's gonna snipe you from the back and you are fucked. These guys realize that shit. See if I can take
Agent
that.
on your team is down. Requires assistance.
What the fuck was I getting shot from? Did the sniper jump down? They do that shit. Yep. No. See, I don't want to be all huddled up together like that. I end up going down. Check that, let me get out. Did you get my box too? Oh my god, I'm so unaccurate with that fucking gun. Oh. God damn it, these fuckers. Tell you. Final measures, man. Non-stop. Fuck it, man. Oh, my box can't heal me. Guys, please help me here. At the very least, suppress them. There we go. And the whole, like, you get hurt before the grenade even lands, that shit's fucking old already. Should have been fixed a long ass time ago. Great. Now you got third attack. God damn. Like they're all there, but no one fucking did shit. what you think was gonna happen. You're standing out there in the open, guy. Be all fucking grenades. This is fucking ridiculous. All because of this fuck face right here. God damn. Wish hard grenades went off before they landed. No hunter because we all went down. Alright, so I'm gonna go base. I'm gonna see if I have an extra tactician pair of gloves, and then I'm gonna roll it so that it could be just specifically for this build. Because the ones that I have are the ones that I use for my tactician, my regular one, 6-piece. And I don't want to move those around too much, end up messing that build up trying to fix this build. That's what I want to try to do. Pretty sure I have an extra pair. So, let's see. Sure. Alright. I have so much crap on this, man. I need to get that last character my fourth character. I need to get that guy to 30 quick so I can start using him for storage because I'm running out of room here. And I wouldn't be if I wasn't such a fucking hoarder, but all those holes, you never know when you're gonna need it. So damn, that gun is so low on this. So I think I'm just gonna roll electronics. Skill. Okay, this is waste of money. Hold on, let me see. See where my skill haze is. No. Yeah, I can still put stuff on my mods that have skill haze. Arms with it. Skill haze on there. Skill haze on there. I can't. I think I'm gonna do light machine guns just because I'm more accurate with them than I am with any other gun because I just suck with all the other ones. I already wasted money, right? Might as well just get the best one. Ah. This higher. Trying to get it. If I get it to at least like a 90, there it is. I'm fine with that. I'll try to get it higher later. No, that should be good enough. See this. Now this thing should hit harder. I just threw the house back on. And yeah, guys, I have so much crap. I wish it would give you more slots to do more, um, to save more builds. Unfortunately. Kind of thinking I want to see if one had an MG5 that's. Still be. Let's go with one of the first one.
Don't be shy.
It's just because on my Lone Star, it takes fucking forever to read these guns. Alright. So what's that? Do not.
Best gear in the city. Check it out.
Alright, so we're gonna test this and see how this works out. Just because I was doing it with the other set of gloves and they were really, it's like I was using the Liberator. I'm just not accurate with that gun. I think the Lovas are more accurate, but I'm still not that accurate even with those. With assault rifles, I'm not, and I'm actually pretty damn accurate with the light machine guns. I think because the longer you hold the trigger, the easier they are to lock on and kind of keep them where you want them. But you can't burst fire them because they just go everywhere.
Alert.
And then this is like a
Agent is down.
strike titian, if you will, so it's only a 4-piece. So I need to be pretty damn accurate. So I might miss the first few shots, but then I can be be on point with the last few, and be in the with a 4-piece. It's a point per shot, unlike with the 6-piece where you get, I believe it's like 2 points per shot. So the more bullets I have in the mag, if I hold down the trigger, even if I miss the first 30, I'll still be able to put a nice little stack on them, so that when I'm done reloading, or if I switch over, I'll have a nice stack for the last few shots. Hopefully I'll melt them, but that has not been the case yet. That's why I keep moving stuff around. And why is this guy not? You know, okay. You're already gonna start throwing freaking grenades in there? Bastard. Stick your head up. Yeah, fuck that grenader. And excuse my language, I say fuck a lot. Growing up, it was like the pause in between words. So, I apologize ahead of time. Even with my son, I say it a lot, but I always tell him, he's not allowed to curse in the house. So if he does it around his friends or outside or whatever, I don't have a problem with it. It's gonna happen regardless. But around me and my and his brother and sister, my wife, I don't want him cursing. But you'll hear me say fuck all the time.
I got you. I'm ready.
Yeah, I was like, there's supposed to be people that come out. Once again, if you see me looking around, I apologize. I swear to you, I'm not crazy. I just got monitors um, all around me, and the one in front of me has the game. The one on the side of me has Restream, which is what I use to stream to multiple platforms. Plus, it has a few things open so that I can keep an eye on the software, make sure everything is right, and then on the left-hand side, there is a chat, a monitor just for the chat that keeps me up to date on um, all three streams: Mixer, Twitch, and YouTube. So that way I can stay up with people's chats. So if you see me looking around, that's why. Also, a friendly reminder, just because someone had asked me on Instagram um, that I should mention whenever you guys donate what the money goes to, just in case people were wondering. So right now, I don't have a graphics card. I'm doing everything to remote play on the PlayStation, on the PS4. So my goal is to get a graphics card, and then from there, any additional money will go into like getting games or getting a certain map packs and stuff like that, just so I could continue to grow the channel. And yeah, I mentioned Instagram, so yeah, I have an Instagram, I have a Facebook page, and Twitter. So if you look for me on Twitter, it was a name that I had way before I started streaming, so the name is the Three-Legged Freak. So I have Star Freak, but it was the Three-Legged Freak. On Instagram, it is Mr. PVE underscore YT. The Facebook page is Mr. PVE YouTube channel, and then my Mixer is Mr. underscore PVE. My Twitch is Mr. PVE Gaming, and my YouTube is Mr. PVE. So it's Mr. Period PVE, no spaces. And on all three different platforms, I believe I try to have a way for you guys to contact me on any of the other platforms that I use, along with Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, stuff like that. Why am I using the house from this distance? Oh my god. I don't even remember if I got bullets or not. I think I did, but sure. Yeah, I want to say I did. It's like every other shot hits him. You can see the um, little thing that stacks the striker. It's like 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. And then, please have a fire turret. Please be a fire turret guy. Yes, this guy knows what's up. So if you guys don't know, for this mission you want a fire turret like right there, a pretty decent one. So when these guys come out, they'll hold them at bay, and then you can just wail on them. And then when you get to the second to last guy, you only want to have like 2 of your guys shooting them, and then the other 2 facing the other direction, because that's when the second group comes from the door over here. When you kill the second to last guy, so when there's 1 guy remaining, as soon as there's 1 guy remaining, they'll come out from that door. So you want to make sure that you're turned around. Are they coming out? Great. Bye. Alright, behind us. So I don't want to turn my back just yet. Oh my god, I knew it. I dove. Don't kill me, guy. Don't kill me. Let me, well, there goes my box. Oh. Don't mind. Buddy, pal. Damn. He could have just walked up to me and got me, because there's not gonna be anybody over here. There you go. Sure, he had his reasons. Alright, so I'm gonna put a box down. And we'll commence to. Oh my god, I forgot about that. So, where's the other sniper? Who was the guy with the fire turret? Can toss another one. I don't believe these guys are in the box, so that's 1. He does 3. He procs 3 times, and then he won't proc anymore. Not proc, but heal himself. Yeah, good shit, guy. He knows what's up. Oh, he's also the one with the fire turret. Nice. I'm going up there too, guy. Got a box so we can get both of us. Is that it for everybody else? That was fucking quick. I guess we didn't get a hunter. Show his feet. So I'll reload. One of these. So blind them, and then we'll be all good. You should die right here. if you guys don't know the trick to the helicopter section, it's like 90% of the time the helicopter does this, so it works for the most part. But so what you want to do is you want to have, when you get to this part, try to have all your stuff available and then switch over to whatever build you have that has really, really high DPS. So I'll be able to. Oh. To whatever build you have a lot of DPS in. A Lone Star. This. Make sure you have that one. And then you have when you first shoot them, you don't want to use the attack link or whatever. You want to wait because there's a part where he flies right under you, like literally right under you, like up here. That's when you want to use it. The reason why I don't use the striker thing on here is because you can't stack off the helicopter. So, and with this one you don't need to stack, it just does it. So I think right now it's gonna circle, it's gonna start shooting the rockets, and then it's gonna come under us. Okay? So now, attack me. Okay. And bang, done. And if you do it like this, you don't get those other people. They don't come out. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you want builds that can put out as much DPS as possible, and then you just wail on them. And like you said, you have one person designated to keeping everybody up, preferably, either another skill build or a reclaimer, and they don't want to be in that area. You want to make sure that they're away from you guys, because if you guys go down, chances are they're gonna go down, because if they have that much stacked into health, into keeping you guys up, chances are they're not gonna have a whole lot of toughness. So. Hopefully there's not a whole lot of choppiness. I know, like I said, we're still having issues with the stream, with the software, but it looks like everything is running smooth. I had to move some settings around. Looks like I'm just gonna either have to, honestly, I don't know, because I've restarted the program, and I restarted software and everything. It still does the same thing, so it's just not saving my settings. So every time I do a stream, I have to redo all my settings. Because I guess it could be worse. I could not be able to stream at all. So. I don't want to be. Come on. God damn it, I need to get that guy to 30 so I can use him for stash. Oh, I run another one down. it's so freaking early. Ah, die hard. I didn't even realize it. I was just trying to keep focus on the chat. Good morning, man. Thanks for coming back.
Clear! You're in. Go! We got your back.
Running this guys or what's going on? I'm over here for shits and giggles.
You're hurting him.
Listen up. I spent.
Alright, well, they're obviously not trying to run this shit right now. Let's go find another group. Oh, the same one again. I'm down. You scaring me?
Please comply with all requests of last man battalion personnel. Like we say, be your own.
Looks like they're already inside the garage. I think that might actually be just downstairs right here. Yeah. He jumped out of it. Trying to heal you, man.
Warning. Agent on your team is down. Requires assistance.
Know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put the extra 2 pieces of skill haste that I was gonna put on here since I moved the thing around. I was looking at how slow some of my things were coming back and I was like, that should be a lot faster, so that makes sense now. Yeah, should be up at 46, not 40. What's this guy doing? Hey, hello, how are you guys doing? Good morning. Oh, that's gonna suck. Let's see where he went. You got that shield, guys. I'm pretty sure you were running low. That's why you were taking cover. Shield must have been hurting. Get ready for the shotgunners. And with the stickies on point. I know it seems pointless picking up ammo when the stuff's right there. Mind if I pass you up? You can tell he's used to playing with people because that's pretty much a move you do when you're playing with people. Damn it, put a box down. Oh my god. That's the one thing about this game. When you need the box the most, you don't get it. Let's go, okay. Stick around down here. Oh no, not again, not again, not again, not again, not again. Jesus. Ah, crap. Ow. Can I get him? I want that. Oh, come on. Oh, how did that not get him? Really? Just climb on top of here, even though it's not always a good idea. Yeah, man. And it sucks that they're not gonna like keep updating this game anymore once 2 comes out. Or actually, I think anymore. Period. I think the 1.8 point whatever we're on 3 or whatever was the last one that we're gonna do. But this game's come a long way because I don't know if you guys were play this from day one, but it was broken. to say the least. This game was broken. A predator.
Warning. Agent on your team is down. Requires assistance.
Shit. This gun sounds so different when it has the suppressor to when it doesn't have it. It's freaking crazy. I think actually most guns in this game have about the same sound when it's suppressed and a completely different sound when it's not suppressed. But all the guns that are, when you suppress any gun, they pretty much sound the same, which is not always true how it's supposed to sound. Actually, let me just in. I'm gonna do the animation and switch over. And switch. I didn't think they knew where I was at just yet, but I guess so. Hey, grenaders. Oh, because I'm not accurate, man. So I have all the pieces for it, and I could make it that way. I want to say actually half that, but I'm not accurate for shit. So it doesn't work for me because you have to be pretty accurate in order for that to work. Because you heal off of crits or something like that, right? So I'm not that accurate, and my movements are not great, like to be running around. So if I was to try to do that, I would need to be in their faces, which I'm not good at. And I would have to be really accurate so that I don't lose stacks, and I'm not that good at that. So with this one, if I get the stacks, it's kind of like a bonus, and I could keep myself up with the healing and stuff like that. That's the reason why I run it this way. Yeah, most of my builds are weird compared to other people's builds, but they're built for like how I play, because I don't play like everybody else. Like, I mean, I try to, I just can't. After, what do you mean the body shots? I thought the 6-piece gives you healing when you hit crits, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to double check, but I thought that's what it was. But I know that I've tried it because I have the 6-piece, and I couldn't do it. I was still getting rocked. What do you mean if you're shooting the shield guy with a 6-piece? Because you're not gonna miss those shots, obviously. Yeah. Pred. Okay, yeah. There you go. I know one of them was off of crates or some shit like that. Like I said, I know I have it, but I know I've tried it, and I just couldn't. I couldn't do it because I needed to be like up in their faces for it to work, and I just couldn't make it to work because I'm not like not good or anything. I have a lot of hours in, but I'm not that good. And from the very beginning, I was using like I was doing healing. Like I went into electronics. And I think I got so used to it, it kind of messed me up in the long run, because now all my builds have electronics, like all of them. And even when I tried to make it not have electronics, I end up going back to a build that, like my Lone Star, that's probably one of the builds that has the least amount of electronics at all. If actually I try to think of completely eliminated electronics off of it, but I need to have someone to keep me up. I'll show all of my builds right now. Like I said, they're kind of weird. They're not what you would averagely see. I know that it looks like I hate six pieces, but I don't hate six pieces. It's just that I'm not that great with them. And then there's some six pieces that I don't think are I don't think the six piece of the six pieces is worth it. So I'll change them up a little bit. And I have a Predator build, but I built that for sniping. It shows you how much I know about that build. My son and one of the other guys, one of the other dads that I play with, they have Predator builds and they're really good. And then I went and I made mine for sniping and they were like, "What are you doing?" But I figured I'd be different. I don't know if these guys know about this, so. Yeah. Yeah, and I get that for a lot of the, like my tactician, that's the way my tactician is. My reclaimer, I believe that's the way that the reclaimer is. I have a, oh, these guys ran out even though what the fire turret was at, that's crazy. My D3 that I have is built that way too, per requirements of build. But then I have some that are not like that, like the final measures, since I don't use the full six piece, that I didn't figure you would need to follow the thing. And then I have a nomad build that also don't use a six piece, so I just don't use it that way. And then I have this one, which is a striker with a tactician. And then I have my Firecrest build, which I call KFC because it's a 4-piece tactician, 2-piece Firecrest. And just because you can hit your fire turret hits so much harder that way than having the 6-piece. Why did I put it there? I have no idea. But good, because I didn't know this guy was there. And obviously he's in his box because that was doing no damage. Or unless he was healing. He's dead now, so it doesn't matter. gonna matter because he just went down all the way. As soon as it lets you hit my link, I'll hit it, guy. Run! Run like the wind! Quick question, I don't know if you know this by heart, but if you have damage to elites and named, the hunter is technically a named enemy, correct? Because he's named hunter? Or is he considered an elite or neither? Because I have no idea. And I want to say that my gun that has damage to elites and named does extra damage to him, but I haven't really paid that much attention to see if it does or doesn't. A whole bunch of shit, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be full right now. So then switch over, which is not gonna matter because I don't even have my tech link. Ammo. Get rid of some of this shit. I don't use it. Did we do it in time? Ah, they don't come out, guy. We killed it before they came out. Oh, okay, yeah. See, because I was wondering. Yeah. I knew I was gonna get. Yeah, because I always thought it did do more damage. Because I know on the helicopter it does more damage. But I just never paid that much attention to if it did more damage or not to the hunters. Because I'm not really about to start testing whether or not I can do damage to a hunter when a hunter's that close to fucking kill you. Why did they want to move him? Alright, it doesn't even matter because I'm not gonna stick around anyways. So let me make this trouble first. Yeah, see, but it sounds to me like you know how to aim though, because if you're aiming for the head, the tiniest little part on the body. I would think because with the if you're doing it with the striker, you just depending how you build it, you just stack up so high like my son, the mighty one. He crits on average with his build. He gets it to like 201, 202. That's what he crits at, and then like fully stacked. And then Bar down, the other guy that's in our crew, I believe he's saying that his build crits like at 170, 180, fully stacked. So they're hitting freaking hard. So yeah, I don't doubt that if you were doing that on top of like the pulse and everything like that, plus the 20% the house gives you, and you're aiming at the head, I'm pretty sure that that's accurate. How much damage you would do. The striker is just one of those builds that the more you're willing to sacrifice like stamina and skill, the bigger the reward when it comes to damage. It's the same thing with the with this one with the Lone Star. The more you're willing to sacrifice into those two, and the higher your firearms is, the crazy amount of damage you can put out. Central, I'll do that. On the, you're talking about doing that with the striker, like having the full stack and then doing that, or what build are you talking about? Because I know I made a striker build for sniping, and I got so much shit for it because of like you have to stack first before you can take a shot, and then if you're using a bolt action sniper rifle, you can't maintain the stack or something like that. But it hits hard as fuck when you're fully stacked though. Now I don't think this was smart. Oh, he's already done it, alright. Sniper, let's see headshots. Yeah, see, but to me, like, what you're telling me is that your accuracy is on point. You know what I mean? Like, you're one of those people that just happen to have that natural talent that you could just laser beam the shit out of a fucking gun. And I don't have that. I've tried it so much, I even moved my settings because I saw forgot whose video it was, but they're saying that when your aim is not good, that you should start off with your settings fairly low, and then when you can keep your gun like pointed right at what you're aiming at, and then match their speed, like that's where you want to leave your settings at, because that way, no matter how hard you hit that analog stick, you'll never move faster than what the game is allowing you to move, because that's how you have your settings, and then your accuracy will be better. And he said once you're comfortable with it, then you slowly increase your accuracy so that you can have your reaction time gets better. But to always start with having your aim really good, and then your reaction time to aim, because there's no point of having really good reaction time aiming it on someone if you can't keep your shots on them consistent. So that's what I do. So my settings are not that high. Like my yeah, see, my aim sensitivity is like 40, but my scope is 80 because snipers move really fucking slow, and then my camera is 90. And like my son, I think he plays with everything almost maxed out. And 45. Oh, so you do kind of the same thing then. Okay, so then that just means I suck even more than I thought I did. So thanks a lot for that, Tiger. It's like I already knew it was bad, but you just confirmed it. Oh shit! Yeah, dude. Yeah, stop already. You're making me feel bad. Yeah, dude. I had my stuff super high, and moving it down to how it now has improved me a lot. But like I said, I'm good aiming with like light machine guns and submachine guns. But submachine guns don't really got distance, and light machine guns do, but they get a little wobbly the further out you get. And then especially when you're dealing like with the Alejandro, that the recoil is just ridiculous. As you can see, that was me aiming at the head. So I tried my hardest to aim at the head, but just couldn't get it to go. Is there still more people over here? I ran out of bullets. Yeah, like I have decent I don't think mine are, because I know you say you were using the infantries. I know I have some infantries, but they're not as good as my regular MG5s, so I just use those, just because those let you have like 3 talents that you want to have on them, unlike the Alejandros that like let you have 2 talents and then you're stuck with the last one, which it's good and it isn't good, because like right now when I wasn't in cover and I was moving, that talent is useless. And then it's also kind of useless when you take cover, because it's only good for a few seconds, and then it doesn't work no more. You have to kill someone for it to reactivate. So I think it's a useless fucking talent. I hate talents that are situational, pretty much. And then my accuracy with the MG5s is, I would say, like anywhere from 4 to 5 times better than it is with the Alejandros, just because the recoil on these bitches is just ridiculous. Yeah, yeah, and then I heard that out of all the MG5s, like the different kind that they are, that the infantry ones I think hit the hardest too. I think that's a big reason why a lot of people use them also is just because they hit like I think it's like zero point 0.5 higher, or it might be a full point, but I think it's like zero point 0.5 higher than the average ones do. Because like I said, I have some. They're not good and they're not optimized either. So I just usually stay with these. And I used to have these with what is it? Destructive, the one that takes off the armor, and then the one for the damage to elites. Like, that's how I used to have them. But like I said, I took all the skill out of the build, so now I can't have the damage to elite and names active anymore. So that's why I had to move it around again. And to be honest with you, I don't even remember what I moved those talents to. I can tell you. Let me see. Self-preserved. Unforgiving. Which, yeah. And like I said, I have so much fucking guns, but I have G5s. This one, this one, this one. But like I said, I moved stuff on the build so the talents are not active anymore. That's why I'm not using it. This one. Two identical. I try to keep them identical because since I use them for the Lone Star in it, and whenever you switch to reload, it's like having the same gun, so that's why I do that. Yeah. Yeah, and then I think on the accuracy one, I think the light machine guns and the submachine guns are the one that benefit from that one the most, because it brings that square, this fucking square, it makes it really tiny the more accuracy you have on there. I think the favorite part about this build to me, also running health on kill. Oh, that would make sense, because then that would help you sustain, like, to sustain yourself from dying. And this build, I think, was the very first classified build that I ever got. And I want to say that I've messed with it very few times. Yeah, very few times with it. So I know that this build could be a whole lot better than it is. But I just made it and I kind of kept it. And I have enough pieces to really make a whole nother one if I wanted to. But I just never took the time to do it. And then we had stepped away from this game to play some other games. And so that when I came back, I didn't really want to be making builds, and that ended up happening anyways with all the different ones that I test and stuff like that. And I'm just trying to see what works and I'm trying to make my builds based off the little bit that I know off of part 2, like the way that they're gonna work, and then just to kind of get a feel. I know chances are that it's not gonna be nowhere near the same, because the way that it's gonna work over there is completely different to here. Like they're getting rid of well, not getting rid of, but they changed the way that your electronics and firearms and stamina, they're changing the way all that works. So it's not gonna be the same, but I figured I would kind of do it like that and get a feel for it, and then see if it works on here. And more than anything, just killing time and trying to have fun, yeah. Honestly, don't know if I want to run this on this section. Oh well. I'm probably gonna do this one, and then this is gonna be it for me, because like I said, today I actually have a few things that I have to do pretty early in the morning, and it's about to be 7, so.
Go, 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 go! Sir, everyone through, but we got reports of LMB forces.
I pre-ordered the digital copy on the PlayStation, on the PS4 or whatever. The only thing that bothered me with the whole thing was that they went on the E3 and they made this whole thing about how they were going to, the first year was all going to be free and you didn't have to have a pass or anything. They were just going to give you the first year content, blah blah blah. And then like on the very next thing that they announced like, oh, if you buy the pass, that you get this and you get that, and you're gonna get more stash, and you're gonna get the special weapons. And they started like pretty much what they said they weren't gonna do, because they weren't gonna follow what other companies were doing. And then all of a sudden they did like a 180 and completely did exactly what they said they weren't gonna do. So that's what's bothered me. So that's, like I said, there's a reason I don't buy like the deluxe or the gold or all that stuff, just because eventually they'll either offer it for cheaper, you can get it for cheaper, or like the passes or whatever, there's times where they'll be like, oh, Memorial Day sale, Christmas Eve sale, Black Friday sale, and then you can get those same things for like 30 to 50% off. So I'll just wait. I wait to see a video on it to see if it's even worth it, and then I'll waste my money on it if it's worth it. I know that now that I'm streaming more, I'm gonna try to get that stuff, even though, like I said, I don't really agree with how they do it, but just for the content, you know. So for right now, I'm still growing my channel, so I'm not gonna be doing it. But once the channel's a little bit bigger, I probably will be getting all the other stuff. But I was just on the fence on it myself, because how they changed their story up. Not so much the stash, but just the whole thing in general. Yeah, and this is, the Division's one of those games, like if you, because you know how it is here, this is one of the most toxic communities for gamers is in the Division, unfortunately. But it's one of those games also that you either love it or you hate it, and if you love it, you just can't wait for part 2. And if you hate it, you're just kind of like, eh. When we'll see, you know, what it is when it comes out. So it's really a very few people that are like in the middle of that. Everybody is either yes or no on it. So I think if you're someone who loves the game, like how, you know, it's what, year 3 already on this, and I'm still on it, so obviously I love this game, love the feel. So if you're one of those people, I think Division 2 is gonna be one of those games that you're just gonna throw mad hours into. Like this one, I believe, this this character himself has 84 days and some change gameplay, and then I have another character that has another like week or two on it, and another character that has about a week, and another character that has a few days. Like, so I put time in because I really love this game, even with all the flaws and the glitches and the certain snow patches that would make you just fall through the map. I still love the game. Oh, what is it that you didn't like that they made one-to-one scale? Because from my understanding, this one was supposed to be like a one-to-one scale, something like that. All they did was they changed the names of the stores and stuff like that so that they don't get free advertisement out. But what do you mean? Like, you just don't want you don't want it to feel too close to home, or? I think it'll be pretty cool if you're playing and you can find your house, dude. Like, I don't know if how long you've been gaming for, but back in the original Xbox, like I'm playing on the PS4 right now, but on the original Xbox, there was a game. I can't remember what the name of it was, but it was kind of like GTA, what GTA is now. It was one-to-one scale of Los Angeles and like the Los Angeles County, and you could actually go and it had the shops and everything. If it was like a coffee shop like Starbucks, it would just say coffee shop and stuff like that. But you could literally go and find your house, and that game had a thing where you could unlock the character Snoop Dogg, so you could drive in a 64 lowrider with twin gold Desert Eagles and play as Snoop Dogg in it. And I used to love playing that game, and I don't remember it being an online game. It was just the game was just like, you know, just a single player or whatever. It wasn't nothing crazy, but I put mad hours into that game just because I would like find my house and the alley in the background, and then I would like go outside and like see if the house next to me actually looked like the house next to me in the game. There you go. That's the one. Yes, True Crimes. Was that an online? Because I want to say I don't remember that being an online game. Oh, yeah. I think someone did a Reddit about how, like, something similar to what you're saying about this one. That it was just weird because they were a big like zombie fan, and they liked the whole like feel of how it would look, and how it would be and all this kind of stuff, and then to actually see it in the game, even though it wasn't zombies, that it was too close to home, and they would turn down alleys expecting to see bodies and stuff like that. So I get what you're saying. Yeah, see, yeah, because I want to say, if it was multiplayer, I would have played it. Because I know when I got the very first Xbox, they announced that you were going to be able to play with other people. Right away I had like the gold membership, and I bought like I think 7 games. When I bought the console, they were all supposed to be live so that I could play them. I had like what was it? It wasn't Halo, because Halo wasn't the first one, wasn't online. But I know I had like MotoGP, and I had all the Tom Clancy Rainbow Six, because on the original Xbox that was the shit. That was the shit till Call of Duty started coming out for the 360, I believe. But yeah, I had all those, every single one, the Vegas, all of them. I used to play that so much, and then I played Forza. Forza was a big part of gaming. The when I think it was part 2 came out, and you were able to drag race on Nürburgring. What is it, Nürburgring? Something like that. And people would line up under the bridge, and then drag race like all the way that straightaway at the beginning. ATF, you don't help for shit. But yeah, man, I remember there was a whole, I don't know if you ever drag race on that game, but there was a whole thing where you would start off like in second gear or third gear, and then you would drop down, start rolling, then drop down a gear, and then have that pull. I was gaming from way back when. I remember even having a fishing game, and I even bought the fishing rod controller. That's gonna suck. Oh, really? Do I have people behind me now? Crap. And he's holding me. Dick. Wasn't enough to... Ran out of bullets. same shit. Well, let me just drop it because
Alert. An
I don't
agent is
need it,
now leaving your team.
but they might need it. Actually, let me sell this at the base. Alright, so that's gonna be it for me, guys. I'm gonna sell this this loot, and then that's it. So thank you for joining me. I hope you guys have a great day. And I will be streaming again this afternoon. It is 7 o'clock, 7 a.m. my time. I usually stream around 6 o'clock in the afternoon. So if you guys can join me, I would really appreciate that. And if you can't, have a great day. And I will see you on the next one.